Evet, uzun zaman sonra yeni bir video ile karşınızdayım efendim. Hava öyle soğuk değil ama ben sonbaharı getirdim. Eylül ayı olmasına rağmen burası hala sıcak. Eylül ayının sonuna kadar böyle devam edecekmiş. Havalar böyle bildiğiniz 29-30 derece ama nem daha az. O yüzden şöyle ince bir gömlek, bir kravatla hallediverdim. Evet, bugün bir radyo yayına davet edildim. Konuk olarak katılacağım. Birazcık gerginim. Ama onun öncesinde vaktim olduğu için sevdiğim bir kafe var. Oraya gidip birazcık ders çalışıp, yani sorulara çalışıp ondan sonra birlikte radyonun yapıldığı yere doğru gideceğiz. Şimdi radyonun yapılacağı binaya geldim. Şimdi yukarı çıkmam lazım. Outfit check. Ay, biraz gerildim de o yüzden dedim oraya girmeden önce böyle bir lavaboya gideyim. Saçıma, başıma, bir yüzüme falan bir bakayım dedim, ne durumdayım. Şu kahküllerim her zamanki gibi havada uçuyorlar efendim. Şuna bir türlü düzeltemiyorum. Önerisi olan varsa. Evet, hadi gidelim. Gerginim. Ya bu aralar İngilizce konuşmaktansa Korece konuşmak bana daha rahat gelmeye başladı. O yüzden uzun zaman sonra kameralar karşısında radyo yayında İngilizce konuşacağım için birazcık gerginim. Arkadaşlar, resmen İngilizce konuşamadım ve bana şarkı söylettiler. Busking yapmayı seviyorum diye. Zaten daha yeni gripten çıkıyorum ve sesim o kadar titredi ki şarkıyı söyleyemedim. Biraz rezil oldum. Ama olsun, güzel bir deneyimdi. Ya sonuçta ana dilimiz değil arkadaşlar yani. Korece olsaydı daha çok güzel konuşurdum diye düşünüyorum ama neyse, böyle bir anı oldu bu da. Sizinle videoyu paylaşacağım. Alt yazılı çevirisini yapıp sizinle paylaşacağım. Şimdi yemek yemeye gidelim. Çok açım.
People from all walks of life here in Busan. So today with us here in the studio, another special guest. Let's go say hi to her. 안녕하세요. Welcome.
안녕하세요. Hi.
Hi, 반갑습니다. Why don't you directly introduce yourself to our listeners, please?
Okay. Hello. My name is Beyza and I'm from Turkey and currently pursuing my PhD degree in Busan National University. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Beyza. Thank you so much for coming. So originally from Turkey,
yes.
Right? And I might mispronounce your hometown, Bursa?
Yes, Bursa.
네, Bursa.
Mm-hmm.
So you're originally from there, and Bursa is a city known for its history and culture in Turkey. So you come from there, and now you're pursuing your PhD in what's called clinical psychology here in Busan. Nice. So let's say for our listeners, because I know Turkey has become such a very a famous tourist attraction, even for Korean tourists, right, and travelers. But maybe your hometown of Bursa, maybe if you could describe your hometown a little bit to our listeners as well. What made you decide to come to Korea?
Okay, maybe I can introduce my hometown first.
Mm-hmm.
Bursa is a really special city because it was the capital of Ottoman Empire in the past.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that's why it's kind of really have a really rich historical background.
Mm-hmm.
And also it has both mountain and the sea. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of special city, in my country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I really love living in Bursa.
Okay. So, like I described, because it used to be the capital of the Ottoman Empire, so obviously that's where the history and the culture of current Turkey might come from, right? could you maybe take this time to maybe also introduce, we do want to take, the opportunity when we can to learn other languages. We're an English radio station, but still, we welcome any and all languages. So is there any maybe, I don't know, expression or maybe your favorite word in your, mother language that you like to say, maybe you could introduce to our listeners?
Actually, there's a kind of word that we usually use it. It's kolay gelsin. It means may everything be easy for you. And we usually say it to persons that we even don't know. For example, there's a person and kind of trying to clean the building or the street, and we just say kolay gelsin.
Kolay gelsin.
Yes, it's kind of small talk culture.
Okay. So kind of like here in Korea, maybe to people that we don't know, and like in that situation, we would say, 수고하십니다. Or 수고하세요, right? When we kind of leave.
Yeah.
Would that be kind of like the equivalent?
Kind of.
Oh,
yeah, kind of
could you say that one more time?
kolay gelsin.
kolay gelsin.
Oh, your pronunciation is really good.
좋아요. 감사합니다. Better than my British accent, right? kolay gelsin. Thank you so much. So what made you decide to, I guess, pursue your, education here in Korea?
Actually, I have both academic reasons and personal reasons. For my personal reasons, I'm really into Korean culture. Especially Korean food and Korean music.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I really wanted to come here and kind of like having experiences like a local person.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you, did you study maybe or, know about Korea before coming here?
Actually, not studying, but it was kind of my hobby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I really liked Korean language and it sounds kind of cute to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was it about, our culture and the language that kind of like,
Actually,
got you interested?
I really like the emotional expressions in Korea. For example, in Korean language. In English or in my country language, we don't have that kind of various kind of expressions. For example, I really like 시원섭섭하다.
시원섭섭하다.
Yeah.
네네네. 이거 무슨 뜻이죠? 섭섭하다는데 시원섭섭하다는 뭐죠? What does that mean?
Like it's kind of, for example, when you graduate the school, you're happy. Like you're 시원해 because all of the responsibilities are done. But you're kind of 섭섭해 because you won't see your friends anymore.
Okay.
Like it's kind of mixed emotion,
그쵸.
but it's really special.
In English,
expression.
we would call that something that's bittersweet.
Yeah, kind
right?
of. Yeah,
it's bitter
yeah.
and sweet at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
시원섭섭하다. 저도 하나 새거 배웠습니다.
Really? Okay.
시원섭. 시섭이라고 하나요? 아니요, 죄송합니다. 네, 시원섭섭함.
시원섭섭하다.
So you like the fact that, with the Korean language, adding like, putting certain words together to create like this new emotion. That's what kind of attracted you.
Yeah. Also, I really like that, 서운하다, 섭섭하다.
네. 서운하다, 섭섭하다.
Yeah, that's like when you hear that, like for a foreigner person, it kind of sounds really similar. But when you ask the Korean people, they say they are different.
맞아요.
Yeah, but we can not really understand the difference.
네.
But there are so many words
맞습니다.
that you can express.
맞아요.
So,
yeah.
그래서 좋습니다.
그렇구나. So yeah, with the Korean language, I feel like there's more words for certain situations that you want to, if you want to, express yourself in detail. So that's what kind of like, attracted you, kind of like brought you in.
Yeah.
And then you made the actual decision to come here.
Yeah.
And pursue your studies. So clinical psychology at PNU, and you're pursuing your PhD, right?
Yes.
You mentioned. Your research focuses on digital mental health and AI-based therapy tools. Very exciting as well as very relevant in today's times.
Yes.
Could you maybe tell us a little bit about, your studies?
Yeah, I can tell. Actually, my research explores DTA. It means digital therapeutic alliance. We can describe as the emotional bond people may form from AI-based tools. Yeah, and also instead of human therapists. I mean, because these days, people start to use the AI as their personal therapists.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I was really curious if people can have that special bond between, like, with that AI, not it's not real person, but
Yeah.
it's kind of AI. So that's why I was like, it was my start point.
Yeah.
And after that, I study how people connect the digital systems and what makes those interactions feel supportive.
A very relevant study, I feel like, in today's times.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, I'm sure you've seen the movie Her, right? It's the one with Joaquin Phoenix, and he's talking to an AI that's voiced by Scarlett Johansson, and he falls in love with the AI. But that movie has become reality because now today we have, GPT, and because there's actually a voice to it, you could select the voice that to give it. And I actually use it, not so much therapy, but, when I'm trying to maybe in a debate or maybe even an argument, I would do practice runs with GPT.
Yes.
So I would say, okay, you're in this situation, you're going to you have the mindset of this, while I have the mindset of this. Let's practice and see who's right? So, but I'm sure people, me, I kind of use that for work, right, and my job. But you and what you study, people take it to the next step and maybe even form that emotional connection with AI.
Yes, exactly. Because these days, therapies are getting expensive.
Yeah.
And also people kind of have fear of labeling. Like people are kind of afraid to go to, therapists because other people will talk behind of them. So that's why people kind of started to use ChatGPT or other things. Yeah.
Is this something that you're seeing more of around the world, or maybe more in Asian countries, or maybe here in Korea? Because, therapy and going in for counseling is something that's very normal, very common thing in the U.S., right? But I feel like here in Korea especially, going to therapy, going to counseling, it kind of, people are not so much open about it because that kind of shows, it's kind of like taboo. Because there's something wrong with you, right? Psychologically, emotionally, that you have to go see a professional. That's why maybe here in Korea, people would opt to use AI-based therapy tools a bit more. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's because of the differences between cultures. For example, for US or for European countries, it's kind of individual culture.
Yeah.
But for Korea or Japan or, China, these kind of Far East culture countries kind of have collective culture. So that's why people are kind of more afraid about other people's opinion. So I think this is the main reason.
Yeah. Very interesting. I'm sure we could talk for, hours on that subject alone, but we do want to find a little bit more about you, Beyza. So since moving to Busan, you've enjoyed exploring our city's cultural events, lots of the beaches that we have, cafes and museums. What's been your most memorable moment so far here in Busan?
Actually, my most memorable time was, the first time I did busking in front of Korean people.
Busking where?
Yeah, in Seongjeong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So on the beach?
Yeah, on the beach. Like I just met with my other Korean friends, and it was kind of my long-term dream.
To go busking?
Yeah, Korean song in front of Korean people.
네.
Yeah.
Well, when you were busking, what was your, I guess, role? Were you vocalist? Did you play an instrument?
I was one of the vocalists. Yeah, so I really like Korean music, especially Korean indie. Yeah.
Now, basically, we don't do this often for our guests, to our guests, but can I maybe ask that you maybe share a little bit? Can you show us your chops in terms of, I really want to hear like how, your rendition of Korean indie songs. Like, what's your favorite Korean indie song?
Maybe I can tell my favorite singer.
Okay.
Yeah, Korean indie singer is Hohaekyung.
Hohaekyung.
Yes.
네. This is, I'll be honest, the first time I heard, that artist. Maybe can I ask you maybe to sing just a little bit?
Little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
부탁하면 될까요? 좋아요.
shy.
네네네. 아니에요. 자, 여러분, let's give it up for Beyza.
I have to check the
take your
lyrics.
take your time. 네. Hohaekyung, I always thought, I mean, I'm not like a super fan of Korean indie music, but I'm a pretty avid listener, I would say. 근데 호혜경은 처음에 듣는 가수인데요. 네. Is this a pretty like new artist or been around for a while?
Actually, not really new, but not that old too.
Ah.
Kind of in the middle, but
Okay.
the reason I really love her is the lyrics. Like so deep and so
그쵸,
beautiful.
그쵸. 네네네. 자, 일단 여러분, 베이자가 she's gonna treat us with a little bit of her favorite song by 허혜경.
Okay.
베이자, you ready?
A little bit. Okay,
네,
I'm ready.
들어볼게요. 네.
Okay. 사실 너도 똑같더라고 내 기쁨은 늘 지두가 되고 슬픔은 항상 약점이 돼. Oh my god.
목소리 너무 스윗하다.
떨떨.
네, 떨떨.
긴장되네요.
베이자 너무 잘 부르는데요.
감사합니다.
이 목소리에 특히 막 봄에 있잖아요. You know, like spring busking along Songjong Beach. It would fit so well.
Oh, thank you so much.
네. I mean, is busking something that you're continuing to do here in Busan?
Yeah, next week also I will have a busking.
Oh!
Yeah, so
Nice. You want to tell our listeners where and when?
광안리.
광안리?
Yeah, 광안리. Yeah, so I'm kind of really excited and I'm trying to find some songs suitable with the anthem.
네.
Like fall season.
네.
So kind of 슬픔. 슬프고 따뜻한 노래. I'm trying to find. Yeah.
가을 타고 싶어요. 네네네. 여러분 혹시 광안리에 산책하다가 저녁에 보통 버스킹 하잖아요.
네네
그렇죠?
맞아요. 저녁에.
네. 아름다운 목소리 들으시면 바로 저희 오늘 게스트 베이자입니다. Nice. Well, thank you. Outside of your studies, you also enjoy writing, making IG reels, and as well listening and singing, performing music. You mentioned to our writer that you're a big fan of Shiny and Monsta X.
Yes.
That's very different from like the type of music you're performing, right?
Yeah.
인디음이랑 좀 많이 다르잖아요,
네,
right?
맞아요.
So, but it's good to because obviously PhD. I mean that's got to be a pretty big workload. But it's nice that you're finding a good balance between work and play. So how do these hobbies help you kind of like balance your life?
Actually, academic life can be really stressful and intense sometimes. I just need a area in my life to release my stress. So writing about something helps me to understand my own mind more easily. So then I can release lots of stress. And also music really helps me to become calm and relax. Also, I really want to express my emotions through the music. So they are really helpful for me to release my stress.
That's awesome. Because I feel like there's a lot of people, especially when they're in their PhD programs, that want to finish it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, me too.
So they like just put in so many hours of work and research and writing that they never find time for themselves. And by the time they're done with their PhD, they're like miserable, right? But if it sounds like you have a good balance between pursuing your PhD, but as well pursuing also hobbies and interests and passions that you have. Yeah, definitely keep that up. Nice. Well, Beyza, to slowly wrap up, a lot of our listeners are listeners that want to, be more comfortable, be a little bit better at, English as well as other languages. So obviously, English not being your first language, you speak it very well, as a matter of fact. And we talked Korean for a little bit. Your Korean is awesome. So what advice would you give to people that want to get better at not only English, but at another language that maybe are a bit too shy?
Yeah, actually, as you can see, I'm not a native in English or in Korean, but still the biggest barrier, I think, fear of making mistakes. So people kind of are really afraid to have mistakes. But I told myself, if it's okay, even if it is not perfect, because my aim was just to connect with other people, like communicate. So even some words was enough for me as a beginner. Yeah, so my biggest advice to people, don't be afraid of making mistakes and just try to speak a little day by day, because speaking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So
wise words. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Beyza. That's going to do it for today's interview for Open Studio. Thank you. Just coming by, just relaxing, taking the time to speak with us. Our final message to you, Kolay Garson.
네. teşekkür ederim.
너무 감사합니다. 네, Beyza, thank you. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.